NuubCast.
Greetings, noobs and nooblets. Nooblets? Noobettes? Nooblets. Welcome to NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you 1v1. We are on Entombed Valley with a TvZ between Happy Walrus. Happy Walrus is a freaking awesome name. I love you, Happy Walrus. But, of course, the hero, we have Fats playing the Zergnus. We are in gold level territory here today. And if you're unfamiliar, here at NuubCast, we are all about making the noobs happy. That's what we do. We give them some love. We give them some attention that they would never get otherwise. We get them a platform to get their games shoutcasted, show their friends, a little bit of bragging rights. You know, we like to talk about their play, like to highlight the awesomeness, because we all know, because you guys have proven it time and time again, that good and fun and entertaining games can happen at any level. We've seen it all here on NuubCast, bronze to grandmaster, and you guys are awesome. What can I say? But sometimes, every once in a while, we get a little failishness happening. We get a little, you know, critique going on, some edumacation happening from time to time. It's rare, but it does occur, because sometimes you guys make it too easy. Make it too easy for me. Hopefully that won't be the case this time. We won't have to speak harshly about Happy Walrus or Fats. I mean, because who wants to say anything mean about a Happy Walrus? Because the walrus is happy. It's happy. I mean, you could have like a melancholy walrus, or like ornery walrus. I mean, ornery walrus would be friggin'... I would not want to meet an ornery walrus. Ornery walrus, bad idea. Do not get in front of them, because they weigh like 2 tons, and they got big ass tusks, and they can friggin'... if they're not in a good mood, you're dead. You're dead, bruh. You're dead. Alright, so what's happening in this game? Oh, I might as well say, while we're still waiting for things to progress, if you have a game that you would like to have cast on NuubCast, please send your replay to noobcast@gmail.com. Now, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. Your game has to be good. And by good, I mean entertaining. Period. By definition, turtly games where no one attacks, not entertaining. What else is not entertaining? One-sided games where you absolutely raffle stomp your opponent, not entertaining. Let's see, what else? What else? Cheese, generally not entertaining. No one wants to see you cannon rush or 6-pool or 2 racks SCV all in. And games that are too short or too long, meaning, you know, if you send me an hour game, if it's awesome, I'll still cast it, but it better be damn awesome. Like, I freaking if it's longer than 45 minutes, that game better be like worth money, you know, like people would pay to see it. That's how good it's gotta be. Because NuubCast is free, contrary to popular belief. Actually, it's not true. No one thinks NuubCast makes any money. At least I hope not. So yeah, entertainment. That's what we're all about here. That's our number one goal, is to entertain the noobs and to give the noobs an opportunity to entertain us. So that's what we're hoping to see here in this ZVT here on Entombed Valley. Fats 2-basing it, per the usual, and this Terran happily 1-basing it up, taking down the Scouting Overlord, who saw most everything he needed to see. Yes, he did. He's seen everything. So, did he see the tech lab? Yeah, he did. I don't know if he was looking, but he saw it. He had the opportunity to see it anyway, I should say. So anyway, we got some Hellions cranking out here, one at a time, in a reactor. What is happening here? I want to check the income. Terran actually up on harvesters. Feels like he's not mining enough, though, doesn't it? He should have enough money to constantly make 2 Hellions. If you wanted to make Hellions. Only 2 barracks. Is getting stim. So we're looking at a stim marine timing with a banshee. This is some weird stuff. Weird stuff. It's a weird... I don't know if this is a timing. We're gold level, so... Generally, people think about timings in gold, but they usually think wrongly about them. Except for Zerg players. Zerg players, you kind of have to think about timings, no matter what league you're in. That's not true. Not no matter what league. By gold level, I think Zergs are thinking about timings because, even though the gold Protoss and Terran players aren't as good as some of the other I don't know. I just think in order to do well at the lower levels, Zerg players have to think. They have to kind of know when their Protoss and Terran opponents can attack. Like right now, Fats knew he needed queens down here and 3 spine crawlers, because even though he didn't know it was going to come at 9 minutes, there was a good bet that he was going to have some aggression coming at him sooner than later. And Happy Walrus leaves. He's able to keep his Banshee. He loses all his Hellions. I'm not sure whether that was a very wise attack, but he is going to now expand behind it, which I can always get behind. He didn't really do any damage. He didn't really sustain any damage. Things are pretty much even. He could repair his Hellions, though. That'd be a good idea. And the other good idea would be to make some medevacs. He's added a barracks. He's meching marines. And now he has switched to tanks. Alright, Happy Walrus. And you see this kind of thing on both Protoss and Terran all the time in lower levels. It's kind of a general understanding of the progression of how your armies are supposed to look. Marines and Hellions, switching over, getting medevacs and tanks. That's kind of the general progression of things. And you start to get a grip of that in gold. You shouldn't really pay attention to those things when you're in Gold League. You should be, I think, all the way up to Diamond League, you should only be worried really about macro, about building units, making sure you're spending your money, making sure that you have enough probes and pylons or SCVs, and what the hell? Oh, that's a transfer. It's like, what are you doing? You took like all your SCVs off of your line. All of them. Mule's going down, orbital finishing up. He's going to have a 3rd mule. He is not... He's probably behind in workers by a lot. Look at that. So he's made almost no workers since his opening. And that's bad. That is B-A-double-D. Bad. Bad. Drugs are bad. Not making SCVs. That's bad. Because obviously that's what you need to make your army. And gold, you're still gonna have macro issues, but it shouldn't be this bad. You shouldn't be stopping at 20 SCVs and expecting to get anywhere. Now, I'm gonna guess that the army count is in Happy Walrus's favor. Yeah, it is. Not by much, by about 6. The worker supply way in Fats's favor. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. And there's a little Zergling hanging out in hold position. So weird. There's a tank in that medevac. Yes, there is. And now I'm just curious as to what's happening. And we got Fats making Hydras, and he is about to plop down a Nidus Worm right in here. He's got 3 Banelings, Hydras, and Zerglings. Holy free-holies. And Happy Walrus is getting to third base now. This is likely going to spell the beginning of the end for... Why is he waiting so long? You already have one over there, Brett. You got one right here. Look at that. You can put it right there. No one will see you. And now all of Happy Walrus's army is out there. And he doesn't even have to move. He should actually unload his entire army right here because there's no vision. There's no vision.
Additional supply depots.
Oh, I think it's a mistake. And now Happy Walrus not coming in to defend all of the SCPs. That was terrible. That was the worst use of Banelings maybe ever in the history of Banelings. Hydras not focus firing. Hydras getting killed by tanks. Holy crap. Yeah, and look at these guys. They're trying to get away. They're like, get me out of here. No, they're actually stuck. They're actually stuck. Oh, man. Yeah, that didn't work out so great for Fats. I don't think he got anything out of that. And look at that. He did all of that, and he's still ahead in supply. He lost his entire army, and he's ahead in supply. There's something wrong with that. And he's only on 2 bases. Hooey! Let's look at all these roaches in here. And he could just go right back up there and do it again. And do it right this time, hopefully. Because that was a terrible use of Banelings. I think he only got like... Oh. He got 18 of them. But I don't think they were all from Banelings. I think he got a lot down here from his Hydras. Killing guys. I don't think he got very many up there at all. If we check the income tab, Fat's still ahead in workers. Happy Walrus. Why don't you just build a building over there, bruh? You know what I mean? Changeling. Oh no, they found him. What are you doing, Fats? I'm confused. I'm gonna look at your view real quick. Fats. This is generally how it feels when I play. It's very slow. You're not really looking at too much. Not a very good use of hotkeys. And that's normal. I mean, look at the Terran players even got more hotkeys. Wow. And he's using them too. Look at you go, bruh. Look at this. Look at this homeboy. He is flying around the screen. He's making stuff. He's building.
SCV ready.
And we got Fats. This is like me. This is totally me when I play. Like, oh, going slow. That's so many Banelings. So many Banelings. And he's using his hotkeys and stuff. See, I think if I was able to use hotkeys, then I would be in Diamond at least. But I just can't. I just can't. I don't play enough, and so my practice does not involve using more hotkeys. It just doesn't. I just play. Play, reinforcing bad... That is a lot of freaking Banelings. Holy free holies. And this army composition is all Marines. And a few tanks. So all Marines are going to die, and then the Roaches are going to kill the tanks. That's a lot of freaking medevacs. Holy crap, dude. Holy free holy. He sees it. Why isn't he moving in? He sees it. Why isn't he moving in? He sees it. Why isn't he moving in? He sees it. Oh. It's a bad rally point. It's too far away. You need to rally your guys right outside your... This is a much better attack for Fats. The roaches are actually getting a lot of kills of the workers. Oh, and here's the attack in the front. Oh, but all these Banelings are just going to go and run into all of the tanks. They do get some Marines, too. And the roaches are going to come in and clean everything else up, but holy crap. That worked really well for Fats. But, it's just unwise to use Banelings on tanks. He had enough where it didn't matter. So he just completely raffle stomped. And that's partly that. Just kill everything. GG! Happy Walrus with the exclamation point. So manner. So happy. He's a happy walrus. He just got rolled over. It happened very quickly, but he did indeed get rolled over. And Fats was coming in. He quickly got up to 200 after he lost his army there. And just kind of stomped the raffle here. But, Happy Walrus, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. I think you needed to have your tank sieged. Anytime you're Terran and your army is sitting still, your tank should be sieged. Period. If you're not moving, your tank should be sieged. My opinion. That way, if your army gets taken by surprise, or someone attacks you and you're in a defensive position, you obliterate that shit. You know? The tank he had over here should have been sieged. And, of course, he needed to watch the mini-map, because anyone who's looking at their mini-map, the instant that thing comes up, he sees it, he goes over, sees what it is, kills it in 5 seconds, and that entire attack is finished. Fats probably still could have taken the front and attacked like he did, and probably still even killed Happy Walrus's army because he had so many Banelings. And this is actually too many medevacs. I think 7 or 8 is the max. Here he's got 10, and it's just resources better spent on units. And of course the age-old question of not enough production. He did have 2 factories, so, but he was on 3 bases, so he should have doubled his barracks, could have had more units out, etc., etc. Blah 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 blah. Alright, guys. I hope you enjoyed that game. Send your replays to NuubCast@gmail.com. And if they're good, you'll see them here. Peace out, bro-hounds.